Hello, my subjects, and today I'm going to be making this artwork digital. This is a FlowerFell Fanart. In case you don't know what FlowerFell is, it is kind of like if you guys know what Underfell is, that AU of Undertale, except there's an extra concept added where every time Frisk dies, they get a flower. And since it's Underfell, the nice monsters are now not so nice. So they die a lot. Anyway, I was hoping to make this video earlier this week, but I didn't have any peace and quiet. I was at my grandmother's house, and either the TV was on or kids were screaming like kids often do, because I was there with my siblings and there was other kids stopping by occasionally, and yeah, and the internet there wasn't so great, so didn't want to risk anything. So that's why that explains all the unboxing videos and that random video of me petting Jack, which is not my cat, by the way. I'm not going to do the flowers yet, because I'm going to jack those up if I do. This is bad. I can't see the flowers. No. But yeah. So we didn't have great internet, and I ended up sleeping on the couch because my siblings, no, it wasn't my siblings, it was the cat. The cat goes outside, and when the cat goes outside, he gets dirt on him. And he snuck into the room, since we're not allowed to close the door, in the middle of the night. And he kind of brought dirt into the bed. So, it was like, and my sisters both had gone swimming, and they didn't wait to dry off, so it's kind of wet and dirty. So I was like, I'm gonna sleep on the couch. So that's what I did. The couch, I like sleeping on the couch, but I couldn't get in a comfortable position. And I found out that the good internet is when no one's on it in the middle of the night. So yeah. But I did watch some videos. Only a few though, not like a lot. Like I watched portrait and flat screen. Just a few videos. Not a lot, because like obviously I need sleep. Because all humans and not humans need sleep. I don't know. But yeah. So did that. We went to McDonald's for like one time for lunch, I believe. Yeah, I think it was lunch. And they had free Wi-Fi, so I just was so happy. So I got that little sprit of, or whatever you call it, of Wi-Fi. But I didn't bring any headphones, so it's kind of just like, eh. But yeah. So we were playing in the play place and all that stuff. And the play place wasn't like the other ones. This one was kind of more open. Did not smell like chicken nuggets and old gym socks. Didn't make me sick. Yeah. So it was raining earlier. Didn't rain that much, not for that long, but just enough to get annoyed, you know, just like, why is it raining? Oops. I forgot to adjust the eraser. But yeah, we went to Cracker Barrel, and I got a steak, because I like steak. Me. Psh. English, man. English. Coming up with topics to talk about, man. Basically, did that, and then we came home. So now I'm currently in my room, sitting in a cardboard box. Don't worry, it's a very comfortable cardboard box. It's my drawing box. Has my beanbag in it, and I doodle on the insides of it. I only have one doodle that I made. The other doodle my mom made, which is a pretty flower, which I colored in a purplish, pinkish, magenta, whatever you call it, color. Pretty nice. But yeah, so I just brushed my teeth because we had finished dinner at Cracker Barrel or whatever. So, and I use this mouthwash, and it, whatever you don't get out of your teeth, it like kind of washes it out and leaves it as a blue substance. I don't know what to call it, but it tasted horrible. But yeah, whatever it takes to keep your mouth clean, man. Well, not whatever it takes, because now I'm rambling on about cleaning your mouth, man. This is why people usually record them drawing first and then record over it and not talk and draw at the same time. Usually, sometimes, I don't know. I'm not smart in this aspect. Now I'm rambling again. I suck at multitasking. That's mostly why. But obviously, if you're watching this, that means you have some interest in what I am doing. It means I didn't fail all the way. Okay, but anyway, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, my friend, Lethal Girl or whatever, has started a shout-out series, because I said, hey, wouldn't that be fun? I gave her the idea or whatever. Because honestly, if she starts a shout-out series, that gives a chance for not only some of you guys to get shoutouts when she becomes more popular, because if you guys are watching me, you probably have already watched Lethal Girl, because I have less subscribers than her. Not only will her subscribers get more popular, but she might also get popular, because those people will say, oh, Lethal Girl just gave me a shoutout, she's wonderful, or something like that. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, I've been drawing a lot. Oh, there's something interesting. So, my siblings and my grandmother and I went to an outdoor pool. And this outdoor pool, like I said, is outdoor. And I didn't really want to swim, plus I hadn't brought English, a bathing suit. So I was just going to sit in front of the car in a lawn chair and just draw, since I had my tablet with me. Anyway, it was really hot, so it's kind of like just burning, melting everything away. No, just kidding. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I was sitting in the shade, so psh. But halfway through drawing and all this stuff, there's this like busload of like elementary kids. Like, if I had to guess, I'd say they're like second, third grade maybe. I don't know. They were young. They were playing with water, and they were playing a sponge game where you had to gather up a lot of water in your sponge and then run over to your bucket and wring it out into the bucket. So all there's the people watching them, I don't know if this is summer camp or some crap like that, but they're just like chanting things, like wring it out and like chanting people's names at the top of their lungs. So I'm not saying it was bad, I'm just saying it got kind of annoying when they were chanting. But kids are kids, and technically you could say I'm a kid, or I'm not a kid, I don't know. Psh. Most people say I'm still a kid, so I'm just gonna say I am still a kid. But yeah, It wasn't too bad, except for the fact that I forgot I had M&Ms in the car, and they melted. I was slightly upset about that. But before that, we got the M&Ms at Walmart because we went shopping because my grandmother had Walmart gift cards, and I got FNAF stuff. Ooh, that gives me an idea. I should really do a video on how much FNAF stuff I have, which is not a lot, so probably be a very short video. Maybe it's not a good idea. But anyway, I got a plushie and a figure. Got like a Bonnie plushie, and then the figure was a glow-in-the-dark Freddy. So he was like a white, clearish thing. That's the one I made the unboxing video of. But yeah. So the next day, because we forgot to get ice cream or whatever that my grandmother promised us, we come back to Walmart. And we get this, I get another figure, and my sister and her friend were flipping out because they wanted to get my friend a plushie, but they had run all out, and so they were going to the one of the employees, and they're like, do you, before they said anything, my little sister was like, do you have the animatronics stuffed animals? And he was like the one that worked in the game area with the like technology and all the PS3 and computer games and stuff, and he's just like, what? And my sister and her friend walk up and they're like, oh, do you have the FNAF Five Nights at Freddy's stuffed animal plushie things? And he's just like, we might have some in the back, and then my grandmother and my sister's friend's mom or whatever are kind of just like they're just mouthing the words like no, 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 no. So he's just like, but there's a good chance there won't be any. So they were so disappointed, and I felt so bad because they were just so excited to get these plushies, and then they were all out. But yeah, I suck at drawing flowers. But yeah, so got plushies. And then a while back, I don't know how long ago, but I got a shirt and got a tank top because my mother and my family of 5 went to Hot Topic and there was buttons, and I was like, oh, because I had money and my mom saw this Labyrinth shirt and she loves Labyrinth, so she's kind of like, oh, I want this shirt. And it was a tank top, and there was like a deal, like a discount. It's like, buy one, get the other one half off or something like that. Some odd thing like that. So my mom's like, hey, Jess, if you pay pay $10 probably, I think is how much it cost. She's like, then you can get a tank top. And I'm like, okay, but at the time I didn't know she said I had to pay for it myself. Which I did end up paying for it. So I got 2 buttons. What button did I get along? Oh, I got a Deadpool button. Yes, a Deadpool button along with the FNAF button, which I believe they are on my desk. But yeah, I got those. And then I got the tank top. And then we went to the zoo later, and I ended up wearing the tank top to the zoo. But yeah, that was fun. So yeah, I have like 2 figures, a button, and a shirt. That's all my FNAF stuff. I have a lot of shirts that show off, like, different stuff I watch. Like, right now I'm currently wearing a Doctor Who shirt. This is Alonzi on it. It has the 10th Doctor. And I have a Hunger Games shirt with Katniss on it. I have all sorts of weird shirts. Most of them have sarcastic comments on them. One says I'm not antisocial, I'm anti-stupid. One says sarcastic comment loading, please wait. One says attempting to care, loading, please wait. I have a lot of weird ones. But I love them because my mom introduced me to those type of shirts. And I have a very sarcastic personality. So, these flowers look horrible. Hopefully, they don't look too bad. Yeah. Maybe it's just because they're, like, plain. Maybe if I add some color, or when I add some color, not if, because I'm going to add color. Maybe when I add some color, they won't look as bad. I don't know. That's a thing. Sometimes I'm too lazy and decide not to color things. And then my friends will be like, oh, why didn't you color this? Because I didn't want to. Like, some people like colored art. Depends on what mood I'm in. Like, if it's traditional, it's going to be in black and white. Because whenever I try to color it, I always ruin it. Like, I don't have a lot of colors. I have, like, the boring colors. Like, you know, not boring, but, like, cheap, I guess. And I'm not that skilled at using colors, so whenever I color, I mess up my artwork, and that's why I don't color. If I practiced, I'd probably not ruin my artwork every time I color. But I don't. And I know the whole phrase, practice makes perfect. But anyway. So yeah. Most of my artwork is either, well, traditional is either black and white, pencil, or in pen. My digital artwork depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes it will be black and white. Sometimes it'll be all one color. For example, pink. Like, I'll do all the drawing and stuff in pink. All the shading in pink. It matters what color I use last. I'll be lazy. And it depends if I really want to put enough effort into it. Like, if I see it looks bad, I'm going to be like, oh, I'll finish this really quickly then. Because I don't like restarting artwork. Like, usually if I restart it, I'll just, like, throw out the thing I'm working on. Like, not traditionally, but digitally, because, you know, it's just, like, new sketch, discard or save sketch, and if I save every single one of them, I'll run out of space on my tablet. And, so anyway, I was trying out different styles. And I was doing, South Park drawings. Like, I was trying out the South Park style. And I kind of drew myself in the South Park style. And I have a Facebook, so I posted it there, because that's where I post most of my artwork. Checking to see if I missed any important details. I don't think so, so I shall now delete this layer. So I was I was posting it to Facebook, and so my mom kind of really likes South Park and stuff. She's like, oh, you should do a family portrait with South Park style. And I was kind of like, okay, that'd probably be very hard. And she's like, oh, you should try at least. So I did. And it was horrible. Because, I made the sizes awkward, so, because I know that they're all relatively the same size. Or at least close. like the kids. But I made my youngest sister the largest because I was trying so hard to make it in the style. I wasn't paying attention to the size comparisons and all that stuff. So I kind of messed it up. So I post the work in progress, as I call it, to Facebook. And I'm just like, I'm still working on this because I don't know. And then someone comments on the fact that the sizes are wrong, and I'm just like, lost all motivation to continue that. Which happens to artists sometimes. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to work on this anymore. Blah, lost my inspiration. I actually watched a video on that, tips to keep your motivation and find inspiration and stuff. That it was by Mark Curley, I believe. Ooh, I have an idea now. I should show you guys my drawing books, because I have a few. I have one by Mark Curley. I have like 2 of his, or I have a manga series by him, or comic series, and I also have a drawing book by him. That'd be nice. But anyway, I was watching that, or whatever. I like to watch stuff that I can possibly relate to. Possibly. Like 10 things people of this thing say. I'll be like, oh, I can relate to that. I don't know. But, yeah. I lost my motivation to continue that art piece. So, don't remember what I ended up trying to work on. I was still trying different styles and I gave up because I found out that drawing in different styles is not as easy as it looks. Like all these challenges that say draw in 20 different styles and stuff like that. I'll be like, oh, that looks neat. I should try that. And then I just mess up. Sorry guys, the video kind of cut off. Don't worry, I didn't do anything. But yeah. So, drawing in different styles is complicated. And stuff. One thing that kind of, don't know the word. One thing that's kind of awkward about doing YouTube videos is the fact that you're talking to yourself. Kind of talking to the camera, but that's still to yourself. So if you're not in the room with someone, people will think you're weird. That's the reason why I was trying to put off the YouTube videos at my grandma's house, because I didn't want people to say, oh, look at you, you're so weird. Or, like, I doubt they would say that because they're my family, but they'd just probably be very confused. But yeah. So, one thing I do not, don't understand that much, or I understand it, but it's, like, kind of awkward. That's why I don't really do YouTube videos by myself usually. That's why I have my sister in here, so we can talk and not, so you guys have something interesting to listen to and not me just rambling on. Oh, I have something interesting to tell you guys. So, I was on the app Sing Karaoke by Smule, and I was doing the group one where you could have as many people as you want. And I was using my Uproar wireless headphone thingy majiggers, and so basically I'm using these things and I get done with the thing. It's like headphones are required, and I was like, darn. That was very anticlimactic. Can't speak. But yeah, it didn't count headphones I was using because they were wireless apparently. So yeah, not a big deal though, because I was just doing One True Love. And if you guys know Undertale and know One True Love, which you probably do, because that game is popular, you know it's a fairly short song, so it wasn't a big deal. But I haven't sang in a while on that app, so I was trying to practice so I didn't sound as crappy. Because, don't know if you could tell, but my voice sometimes gets awkward. And singing just makes it worse. because really, you need to, like, I don't know, lost my train of thought for a minute, but you need to, like, sing it, like, kind of like, I forgot, I don't know how to word this, just make weird noises, but you need to sing, be in beat with the music. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I sincerely apologize, because I'm not the best with words. My dog, me and my dog. That was random. I have an interesting story, I guess. It's not that long though. So, I was at my grandma's, and I was sleeping on the couch, like I said earlier. And since I was sleeping on the couch, I was kind of in the living room, or whatever you call it. And so the door has a doggy door, cat door, whatever. And if you guys watched the previous video, it's called the video, not videos, petting Jack. You know that's the cat. So I'm like sleeping on this couch, or trying to sleep on the couch, because I didn't get comfortable. And so I'm like dozing off, halfway asleep. And it had been raining slightly, or not slightly, but I could barely tell it was raining, because I was halfway asleep. And I feel something slightly wet and furry brush up against my hand, and I freaked out. But it was just Jack, because he wanted to be pet. Except I couldn't pet him, because every time I'd pet him, he'd roll on his back, and then he'd get farther from the couch. And it was like 4 in the morning, maybe? I don't know. I'd woken up in the middle of the night, or morning, whatever. Yeah, English, man. This is why I probably am not going to become a big YouTuber, because I can't even speak English right. And that's sad, because English is my first language. It is my only language. It's the only language I know right now. Like, I was learning Spanish, but I don't know Spanish. Like, just because you know a few words and a few phrases in Spanish doesn't mean you speak it. I don't know. It's just, it's hard to have perfect English when people around you don't have perfect English. Like, you'll correct someone and they'll say, yeah, whatever. And I'll be like, no, you're affecting my English with your English. Like, my sister, she said something about drawer. Like, oh, she's such a lovely drawer. I'm like, ugh. I don't even know if that it should be used like that. I think it's supposed to be artist. I was watching a video, and it's about like a number of things artists should know, and it said something about drawer. But apparently it's drawer. It's pronounced drawer. When you put drawer, it's drawer. Now I'm just rambling on again. Ugh. What is there to talk about, man? My life is boring, so I can't talk about my life. I mostly draw a lot of fan art because it's easy. And so I have something to say now. So I was bored and I didn't feel like drawing out a pose, so I was going to do a base, or use a base, and just for the heck of it. So I was like talking to my friend via Facebook, and we were talking, and then I was like, hey, I'm going to use this base, and she's like, oh, I believe I said, I'm going to use this base. If you want to add your art afterwards, you can if you want. She's like, oh, that'd be cool. So we ended up doing that. And I realized sometimes bases don't necessarily work out right. Just because someone can draw, sometimes they can't use a base. Because, like, it took longer to use a base than to actually just doodle something. So I was like, maybe it would have been better if I just doodled something. Because the base was not skin color, it was like different colors. It was like blue, green, and yellow. I was like, oh, I just realized, those are 3 of my favorite colors. But yeah, it was kind of like, eesh. So I had to like outline the base and then use the colors and stuff. I don't know. I'm just lazy, so that was very challenging for me. It's slight sarcasm in that. You know, some people just, people like me can be lazy. Everyone can be lazy. Words, man. So, yeah, I was working on the base. Then my friend was like, hey, I drew this drawing, and you should add your pony OC. I was like, pony OC? And I'm not good at drawing My Little Pony, so I just awkwardly was kind of like, okay. So I can't draw the My Little Pony art style, but I can kind of draw ponies. Like, my friend I had was trying to teach me how to draw ponies. But, yeah, she never got around to it. And her art style was very amazing. And I loved it. But yeah, I was always with my other friends. So, never got to hang out with her. And, yep, so I never learned how to draw ponies. I only know how to draw ponies because I watched a few YouTube tutorials. Because when My Little Pony Friendship is Magic first came out, lots of people were drawing that. And since I wasn't the best artist, I figured, hey, My Little Pony looks easy. Maybe I could draw that. Maybe that my art would be better. Because to be honest, 3 years ago, I sucked. Like, the drawing program I would use was MS Paint. And I'm not saying MS Paint is bad. I'm saying, for me, that wasn't a good thing. I was using it on the computer. And for all those people who could work and draw in MS Paint, I'm jealous. I am so jealous. It probably takes a long time, though. Psh, what am I saying? All art takes a long time. But yeah. So, My Little Ponies are not my strong suit. I can kind of draw them, but not in the show style at all. Like, the eyes. It's always horrible. My mom kind of likes the old My Little Pony better. Because, she says they look more like horses in Generation 3 than they did in Generation 4. Or do in Generation 4, since there's not a Generation 5 yet. But, you know, they all these cartoon channels and all that stuff, they're redoing old cartoons and making them look, quote-unquote, cooler, more, appealing to the audience. For example, Teen Titans Go. Don't really agree with that, but okay. I'll just have to deal with it. Honestly, I don't remember much of the old Teen Titans, but I do remember that the art style looked better and they weren't such as goofy. I'm not saying it's bad if you like that show. I'm just saying I like the old one a lot better. Sure, they have their awesome moments, but it's kind of annoying. Because instead of being like actual heroes, they act goofy. Like, instead of trying to solve things without violence every single second, it's always like, hey, look at me, I'm gonna punch this wall, let me do this, blah blah blah. I don't know, just my opinion. And just like all opinions, you don't have to agree with it. Just like elections and stuff, who you're gonna vote for. Just because I'm voting for so-and-so doesn't mean you have to vote for so-and-so. Except I cannot vote, so that example was not making my point. Well, like most of the people at my school, they never agreed on anything when it came to elections. Most of the girls said they're gonna vote for Hillary or whatever if they could vote. And I think, I don't know, that's all I heard about who is voting for who in my school. If they had to vote, if they could vote, because they're obviously, I don't know, I'm rambling. This video is just crap. I mean, the drawing's okay. Honestly, I would play music, but most music is copyrighted. I don't want to get my video copyrighted, because then I don't want it taken down or the audio muted, so I'll have to just be like, and you'll have to listen to complete silence. Hey, maybe complete silence will be better than my rambling, though. I don't know. I think these things are yellow. Yeah, I believe so. Psh, what do I know? Sometimes I wish I had a soundproof room, cause then there wouldn't be any background noises, and then I wouldn't have to bother. Oh my gosh. Yep, I wouldn't have to bother with background noises. Speaking of background noises, I mean, sometimes extra commentary is good, but not when it's like random out of nowhere and has nothing to do with the video sometimes. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm better at drawing than I am talking. This is why most people write a script before they talk in front of a camera. Well, I guess me just going on about how bad I am at talking isn't very entertaining for the video either, and you probably don't want to hear that. So anyway, let's see. So my sister ended up getting this, like, what you call it? It's like a floaty thingy, but it was like a huge floaty. But it was like a dark red, maybe, I guess you could say. And I liked it. It was cool looking. And my little sister, the littlest one, had her heart set on candy bubbles that I don't think she even used. I'm gonna turn the opacity down so I can see. But yeah, Walmart's kind of crazy. We ended up going at the self-checkout, and I don't know what was up with the self-checkout machine, but one of the workers restocked the receipts before I went to it, and when it printed it, it didn't say anything except for thank you. It didn't say how much I spent or what I bought, so I was kind of just awkwardly just staring at the piece of paper. I feel like this drawing is gonna take forever. But yeah. So, Walmart's crazy. Everywhere's crazy. Because people... Oh my, that scared me. What a random noise. You know what? I'm lazy. I'll just erase the parts that it... Maybe that will be easier. Because I won't have to pencil in everything or whatever. Well, I guess I'm using the pencil tool. I can't speak English today. Sometimes I just put on speed paints and listen to music in the background, so maybe me rambling on isn't such a bad thing, because maybe some people do that. I know my sister doesn't really like speed paints that much. She likes some. Like, if they have boring music, she won't watch them. Honestly, it matters on my mood. If it's like right before bed, then I will watch a speed paint till the end. But if I have somewhere to be, I'm gonna just skip around and then come back to the speed paint later and watch the whole thing. Because it also matters on the music. Because if it has really bad music, well, not music that doesn't appeal to my sense, to me. Let's just say that. Doesn't appeal to me. Like, I don't really like the music. Then I'll just be like, okay. Sometimes I'll just deal with the music. Sometimes I'll just be like, and not watch it. Though there's not much music that I don't like. Like, depending on the day, some days I get very irritated. Like, it'll be a song I really like, and I'll just get very irritated about it and not want to listen to it at all. Like, some days I don't listen to country, some days I do. Though most days it's not country. Unless I'm in the car with my family, because they listen to country. I don't know. I just prefer the light rock, I guess you could say. I don't know. And maybe a little bit of pop. Like, nothing too bad. Well, not bad, but like, I can't express what I'm trying to say in words right now. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So, anyway, I was drawing, like I said, and I was looking for an OC drawing challenge, and if you guys know what that is, it's basically, if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically where they have like so many days where you have to draw your characters doing the things on the list. And so I'm looking for one, and every single thing that pops up is either in their underwear, in a bathing suit, or with no clothes on. There's a few that weren't, but they were like very, very, they sounded very hard, like, draw them in this art style, draw them, like, it was very confusing, so I just gave up on finding one. Like, it said with like their crush or whatever, and I'm like, ugh. I suck at drawing more than like one person, because then that size gets awkward. Like, the drawing that I did earlier today, not today, it was, I think it was yesterday, that I didn't film. I was in the car, and I was drawing my characters, and they were in the car, and I was kind of drawing different things that people did in the car. I had this one who was very irritated, leaning against the window, someone sleeping, someone looking out the window, obviously the person driving who's like kind of calm. Then I had the one of my other characters saying, "Are we there yet?" Like at the top of her lungs. I don't know. Sure, it sounds cool, but I don't think it turned out good. It turned out okay, but it wasn't like perfect or anything. Cause it's just, if I had not been so lazy and fixed it, it would have looked a lot better. But yeah, the seats are a little too distant apart. You know what? I'm gonna try this. Work. Nope, didn't work. I was hoping the fill tool would actually work this time, but it didn't. I don't know why the fill tool doesn't work. That would make this so much easier. Gonna use airbrush because I'm lazy. Because the airbrush just kind of barely goes outside the lines if you're careful enough. But the marker, if it's not big enough, it's gonna take forever. I'm kind of happy though, because I have the Pro Tools, so I get this interesting color palette thing. So if I can't find the color by messing around with the color wheel, I can just do that. Or if I want to have a splatter effect, I can just go to the tools. I think that sure looks nice. Maybe make it a little bit lighter. There we go. I'm so glad I'm almost done with the first layer of coloring. Or not first layer of coloring, the coloring. That is now the color of the pants, man. I think I'm just gonna go with that. Too lazy to pull up a reference. And I did another FlowerFell drawing, so except I did that one without I kind of did that one like free draw or whatever, like without drawing it on paper first, which I usually do my speed paints. Not my speed paints, my drawing videos, since it's not a speed paint because it's not sped up. I usually draw that drawing out on paper first, because otherwise it doesn't turn out the best, and I want it to be I want it to be good. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I obviously can't do perfect, because I don't think I could be perfect. I'm not saying my art is bad, or I'm not saying my art is good. I'm just saying I want it to be better than crap, or whatever. Words. But yeah. So that's why I draw it out on paper first, usually. Except for like sketching stuff, like messing with symmetry. Obviously, you can't do symmetrical things on paper unless you have like a mirror or something like that. I'm done with the basic colors. Man. Ugh. I'm debating how I want to do the shading. If I just, you know what? I've just been messing around with different techniques and stuff. Like, I find doing like each separate thing for the shading is very good, because obviously if you do it like I'm doing right now, just a big cloud of shadow, the colors will all not be the same and stuff. So if you do everything like separately and then do like highlights and stuff, that will make it look better. words, man. Maybe it would have been better if I did this in the morning and not in the afternoon or nighttime or whenever. I don't have a clock in my room right now, so I don't know what time it is. I know it's probably afternoon to nighttime. But yeah, when people are sleepy, they tend to not do as good as when they are awake. So, I should have thought of this. But, I don't know. Some people, it's quite hilarious when they're sleepy. I did the most stupid thing the other day. So, my grandmother had made deviled eggs. And, lots of people, we had a decent number of people at the house at the time. And I was, like, really hungry because they hadn't made, dinner or whatever yet. So, I wanted to eat the deviled eggs or whatever. So, I wanted to see, I don't know why I did this, but I thought I could fit 2 in my mouth, but I couldn't. And it ended up getting everywhere. It was horrible. Because I don't think before I do things sometimes. And yeah. Let's just say the whole I can't take a bad picture thing was almost ruined that day. I don't know. That's a thing that my family says, that I can't take a bad picture. Which is probably, I don't know. Might be true, might be false. Matters what your opinion of bad picture is. It's just because whenever I was younger, my dad would always, like, pose a camera at me, and I would, like, even if my face was dirty, I'd smile and it looked nice or something like that. I don't know. There's a problem with, because you either do too much or do too little. See, if you compliment yourself, you sound narcissistic. But if you don't, you sound like you hate yourself. So it's like, you need to find a balance. And sometimes finding that balance is awkward. And, I already suck at words. So because if I'm always complimenting myself, you guys will be like, oh, why is she complimenting herself? But if I'm saying, oh, I suck, blah, 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 you're all gonna be like, oh, this makes me feel sad. Oh, maybe not. But the point is, if someone talks a lot, like, says a lot about themselves and how great they are compared to everybody else, you're not gonna want to watch the video. And if someone's always, like, putting themselves down, you might not want to watch the video. So it's just like, finding a balance, man. My whole channel is awkward because I don't stick to one content. Like, certain people stick to certain content. Like, thinking of an example. I'm just gonna say Random Encounters. They do musicals and stuff. I think that's mostly what they do. But yeah, I just skip around with all my content because I don't know what I'm good at yet. But I guess that's okay, because I'm still starting out. And I guess everyone wasn't as, like, all the famous YouTubers weren't as good as they are now when they first started. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Lose my train of thought too easily. I'm not, like, most people can just say a bunch of jokes and be like, everyone laughs and they have fun. But I'm not that person, so I'm just the person who's kind of like, oh, comedy video? Nah. Like, they do it to make people laugh. I do this I don't know why I do my YouTube channel. I guess I do it so I can, like, mostly for my friends, basically, because some of my friends didn't have social media that I had, but you don't need an account to really watch YouTube videos. I'm so awkward. It's just very interesting, I guess. I'm still sitting in a box. Oh my, it's very dark outside. Don't know, you guys can't see it, but I have my light on and I didn't realize how dark it had gotten. I think it might be because it's summertime. But yeah, it's quite dark. Speaking of dark, I need to add more highlights to this drawing because skin is way too dark. Don't think I highlighted enough. I don't know. Just I was about to say something, but then I forgot what I was gonna say. That's why I don't make really long videos. But when I'm drawing, it's hard to go away from that. No, flower, no. Oh yeah, so if you check out my sister's channel, which is Kira, me and her, she has like 4 videos, I believe. We have started doing comic dubs. Because, yeah, why not? It's fun. Ooh-doo-doo. And so, yeah. That's all I really had to say, man, is we're doing comic dubs. Bleh. And not only we're just doing comic dubs, we're doing Undertale comic dubs, because my sister says that people like that or something. If she were to do something else, people would be like, "Hey, what's this?" Yeah, I don't know. Psh. She doesn't want to do like Hatalia, apparently, something like that, because then he'll think she's weird or something. I don't know. I just find that certain people are really good at comic dubs, and certain people are okay with comic dubs. Personally, in my opinion, I am not the best, because I don't put that much emotion into my voice when I'm doing the comic dub. If I can't, no matter what character I'm doing, because I can't do Undertale, honestly, or at least in my opinion. And if there had to be a situation, like they were drunk, I know this from experience, because, I haven't been drunk, I'm saying comic dubbing, whatever. We were trying to do, like, comic dubs with my friends, and I couldn't do a drunk voice or whatever. I don't know. Some people are good at comic dubs, some people aren't. But, why did I say some people aren't? Aren't as good. Yeah. Saying some people aren't is kind of mean, because everyone, there's like, I don't think there's a wrong way to do comic dubs, to be honest, because as long as you put passion into stuff, there's like no wrong way. I said that like a question, because I don't know. My advice is awkward. Yes. Psh. Multitasking, man. But basically, one thing I really like about doing this on the tablet is, even if your art doesn't turn out great, you can add just a little bit of effects to make it look just a little bit better. I say a little, but sometimes a lot does good. Yeah, I suck when it comes to managing the amount of effects. I use too much. I don't know. Depends on the drawing. If I want it to look creepy, I will put some effects, I guess. I don't know. It just... some people say my art looks better without the effects. I don't know. I just put the effects because it makes me feel better about my art. And sometimes it makes the color pop and it brings out the details I wanted to express, but yeah. So using effects is not bad in my opinion. It's just, if you're just piling on thousands of effects, it could do without some of it. Ah, darn. Oh, thank goodness. For a minute it froze up. Is it still recording? Oh no. Well, I guess you guys had to deal with that annoying thing right now. Still recording? Yes, it's still recording. I hate that. It's very annoying, man. It's like you're recording and then I'll be like, you've run out of room. And you'll just be like, no. No. I don't know. Time to add the glow. Whee! Doing every individual flower, man. That'd be hard. I keep thinking that it's freezing up when it's not. What the heck? I just put a random blotch of white there. Oh, that looks good. My foot's falling asleep. Yep. I don't know if this looks... if I should finish it right here, or if I do more. I don't know, it kind of looks a little too plain. I would add a background, but I'm not one for backgrounds. I've only done a background a few times, and let's see, they were all fan art, by the way, except for one. I did a Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared fan art. Two Undertale, and there's like Metaton, and there was another one that was Papyrus. And then I did one that wasn't fan art, which was a vampire, and she was at the beach for some odd reason, because I was bored. I was experimenting. It's just the type of dress I put her in that made it was like, oh, she should be at the beach for some odd reason. There's so many notifications. I don't know. Just some people say when you start doing backgrounds that they'll get easier, and they're probably right, because when I started drawing, what was I about to say? When I started drawing like different things that I was having trouble with, they kind of got easier, except for hands. Hands are still a pain in the butt. But I don't draw hands enough, I guess, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But yeah, So, I guess the more you draw something, the easier it becomes. I don't know. I was thinking about making a watermark for my videos. Because watermark is one of the things I don't have. But I don't know what would really represent my channel that well, so other than my character. So I was just kind of like, and it can't be too complicated, and I think, like, I mostly add shading and stuff because it makes it look better, and I would probably do shading if I tried to make a watermark. I don't know. That's the thing, is shading can make your art look better. If that's one thing that I learned at a young age, I guess you could say. Not young, because I'm technically still young. But yeah, when I first learned shading, it started out with like a simple circle, and then adding shading made it into a sphere. So yeah, shading can make your art improve a lot, I guess. Whatever. Yeah. So I tend to add shading more because I want my art to look the best. So if I try to do something like a channel logo, watermark, whatever you call it, I'd probably end up using shading. Like, I got lazy when it came to my, what do you call it, channel banner thingy? The thing that goes behind your profile picture on YouTube. Yeah, I got lazy when it came to that. I just used my old artwork and just piled it all together. But yeah. Let's do, I love this thing, because you can just do that. I don't know. Shading, highlights, those are two things that can help your artwork without drastically changing stuff. Like, if you think to where the sun hits and put like a shadow places it doesn't, that will improve your art. If you think about shadows and stuff, like I said, hey, just keep repeating myself. Yeah, that improves your art. Now you can go further and say proportions and all that. Like, oh my. I hate when it does this. Oh, there we go. But yeah, if you get your proportions right, then that also helps your art. Like, just by doing the simple thing of making, like, let's say your head is over, like the head you draw is bigger than the body, just by making that a little bit smaller, if you're going for realistic. Now, if you're going for a style, you can draw the head whatever size you want, but if you're trying to go more realistically, or a more common, like, I don't know, realistic proportions, man. That's what kills you. But yeah, I can't. That's something I have a problem with, is proportions, hands, making both the eyes be of the same shape and size. Those are things I struggle with. And, can you stop? And I don't know. The more you practice, the better you start to become. Like, I did a redraw today of an old drawing I did on MS Paint. And, yeah, I really improved. Especially since, like I was saying, MS Paint, man, it's hard to draw on. And it's not only because I was using a different drawing program, because I practiced and all that stuff. If you guys practice, you can be good too. Heck, some of you might be even better than me, just starting right now. I'm not saying that I'm good. That's not what I was saying right now. I was saying, you guys, just whatever. Meh. I'm weird and awkward. Hey, but admitting it is at least something, man. But yeah, practice gets you close to perfect. Because there's always improvement that could happen. Even the greatest artists still have something they can improve. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to check out my friends' channels, and till we meet again, my loyal subjects. Peace out.